viewers, welcome to the Brunch Show on Value Chain TV. I am Patience Moses, and I'll be standing in for Amarachi Kenneth, who is unavoidably absent. Today on the show, we're going to go straight to our newspaper reviews, and we'll be starting with the Leadership newspaper, looking at the major headlines. And one headline that stands out says, How Presidency Twisted APC Leadership and Others. Confusion Trials Idahosa, Ekpeg Holo, Dekins emerge as candidates. This is in regards to the Edo governorship primary elections. And still on Leadership newspaper, oil theft. Police invite 3 Indians over arrested vessel. It's more like even oil theft cases are now being carried out by foreigners, even in our own country. I hope they find it and get to the end of these. And then again, this is really sad. Bandits killed 12, razed 17 houses in Kaduna. This is a sad news, and it shows that insecurity has been a major challenge in the country. And we hope that these number of deaths and crises are reducing instead of increasing. Still on the Guardian newspaper, fuel scarcity looms as tanker owners withdraw vehicles today. And we'll be moving on to Vanguard newspaper. Hardship paralyzing lives nationwide, and this is coming from Catholic bishops and the Christian Association of Nigeria, and they are saying that Nigeria is in her worst of times with insecurity, economic graft, adding hunger, causing serious humanitarian crisis, FG working to resolve economic challenges, and others. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, power grid drops to 3,530 megawatt as rationing persists nationwide. And still on Vanguard, that news on 12 people dying as bandits set fire on 17 houses in Kaduna still surfaces. I will be moving on to Daily Trust newspaper. Nigerians resort to charcoal and firewood. This is quite serious, and this is because a 12.5 kg of gas is almost getting to 1,800 if it has not gone beyond that by now. And then this is also another story says, hardship, Atiku Catholic bishops flay Tinubu's policies. This is due to the hardship that Nigerians are going through. So a lot of people are making comments, Catholic bishops, and then even members from the opposition party, saying that some of the policies that the current administration has made are actually not good for Nigerians. We're going to leave them on that. Moving on, still on Daily Trust newspaper, FG not sure of crime to charge Emefiele with. This is coming from Akpabio, saying they are not sure of which crime to charge the ex-CBN governor with. Well, and still sad, the news on bandits. Bandits kill 21 in Kaduna, in Katsina, and then recruit minors in Sokoto. This is really terrible. This insecurity is getting tough in the country. We're moving on to Business Day newspaper. Petrol subsidy nears 1 trillion naira monthly, surpasses pre-Tinubu levels. So I thought they've actually removed subsidy on petrol, but with this particular headline, it seems petrol subsidy is still happening, and like they're still paying subsidy on petrol low-key. We're going to leave them on that. And we're moving to the Independent newspaper. Despite CBN push, Naira falls to all-time low. And just recently, I discovered it's now selling at 1,700 Naira to $8. This is actually getting more scary. Are there chances that it will even get to 2,000 Naira? We hope it doesn't. But with the way things are going, it looks like it's actually going to be like that. But still, we're trusting God that things will get better and things will get better. And we're trusting that Nigerians will continue hoping on the nation and not give up, that Nigeria is still going to be a better country as it used to be. We've come to an end to the newspaper review segment, and we're going to be back after a short break, which will be going down to the entertainment segment. You've been waiting for this segment, I know, and it's going to be exciting, I promise you, because I'll be having a guest artist in the studio. You would like to find out. Let's go on the break.
Dear colleagues and industry partners, on behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I would like to invite you all to join us for the 7th edition of the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024, Nigeria's premier and official oil and gas meeting due to take place in Abuja from February 26th to March 1st, 2024.
NIES remains the only official industry trade event of the federal government with the approval of the Federal Executive Council. Being the first edition to be held under the current administration, the importance of NIES 2024 becomes even the more significant.
The theme of the summit for this year's event is navigating the new energy world order, security, transition, and finance. It aims to match Africa's attractiveness to the right investment partnership while ensuring greater participation and engagement of indigenous businesses in the sector. Within the challenges of climate change and energy transition lie opportunities for a future where Nigeria's hydrocarbon resources play a central role in powering our nation, the African region, and the world at large, while at the same time safeguarding our environment.
His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will be the special guest of honor. As tradition, NIES 2024 will feature the highest level of attendance by top decision makers, industry leaders, and all stakeholders from both the public and private sectors from across Africa and the global energy community.
We'll be there to personally welcome you to the 7th edition of the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024. Further details on the event will be obtained from its website. Thank you and welcome to the Nigeria International Energy Summit 2024.
From that short break, and just as I promised, once we're back, we'll be going into the entertainment segment, and here it is. I know you've been waiting in anticipation. What does Patience have for us today? So with me in the studio is Lord Gibson. Over to you, Lord Gibson.
It's all right. It's a pleasure to feature with all measure.
Okay.
All right. On a warm summer evening, on a train bound for nowhere, made up we the gambler, we were put to night to sleep. We took turn to staring out the window across the darkness. The bottom overtook us, and he began to speak. He says, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cast wear by the way they held their eyes. If you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of faces for a taste of your whiskey. I give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle. He drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette, asked me for a light. As the night got dead and white, his face lost all expression. Said, "You've got to learn to play the game, boy. You got to learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money while sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the deal was done."
Wow, wow, wow. Do you need someone to tell you that this is country music? Do you need someone with a guitar and the hat and everything? I know you sense something. And if you're not a fan of country music, tell me why. It's probably because you've not listened to. And so today I have given you the chance and the opportunity of having someone with me here. So you're going to enjoy because he has a lot to give to us. So Lord Gibson,
Yeah.
can you give us a little introduction about yourself?
All right. I am Lord Gibson by name. Lord Gibson is an entertainer and also a media personality. I'm a presenter of country music on radio and also a country music player. That is the area of my strength. I've been playing music for over 2 decades and country music particularly. I see country music as a lacuna in the music industry, which need to be promoted because country music has a strong appeal In country music, you're either telling a story or passing across a message. Why country music? Country music is a kind of, or I'll say the genre of music that stand the test of time. You know, some years back, before going to the studio, I met with one of my mentor, Pastor Ibrahim Megadi. He said, Lord Gibson, I want you to produce a song that when your children grow, you will not hide your face. I didn't really understand it until when I did one of my first production, the year 2003, till today. The song is still trending. Now I have children and they're singing that song.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, because of the program, you'll get to know that song. You say everything about the song to us.
Right, yeah.
And then he said something about passing a message. He just sang the Gambler.
Right.
And then I picked a few lines.
Right.
You don't count the money while still sitting on the table because there's enough time to count when the deal is done. That's meaningful enough. We have Afro, Amapiano, and all the kind of songs that have been coming up due to the evolving nature of music and as the world keeps civilizing. Lord Gibson, I want to ask you, how do you try to create a balance and how do you see country music in this dispensation and this, should I say generation, where it looks like there are no people who fancy country music. It looks like country music, it feels like country music is for the old people. Like they are the ones who appreciate it more.
Okay, a good song is a good song. It's neither for the old or for the young. It depends on the kind of appeal. You may wonder why Lord Gibson plays country music. I started listening to country music from my father's collection. Then I was a little child. Then I've been playing country music for over 2 decades. Imagine, I should be younger. I started singing country music. I became prominent, still looking younger than you. So 20 years ago, where were you? So you see, it's not about the age. It's about the state of mind. Country music is not just for old. It's for the matured minds. Maturity is not age. Maturity is your philosophy and understanding of life. For those who love the beauty of life, then listen to country music. So with the evolving music trend that we have, what I see particularly, especially in Nigeria and Africa, is that country music has not been well promoted. And I see it as a virgin land that needs to be explored.
That's so true and correct. And thank you so much for that enlightenment that you've given to us. That this is actually one of the major challenges that country music performers, artists or players in Africa and even in Nigeria are facing. So this is like an opportunity or a platform where they're asking, he's the voice now for country people in Africa. And in Nigeria, he's the voice saying that we need you people to promote us. We need you people to see this is also music. This is also music.
You know, just like country music tells story, we want to tell the African story to the rest of the world.
Exactly.
We have a lot of stories. We have a lot of, I was making research. I discovered that country music actually came from Africa.
Wow.
The major instrument that is played in country music is called the banjo. Do you know banjo was an instrument taken by the slaves to the United States of America? When they reached there, they abandoned it and the whites took it and they inculcated it into country music.
Wow.
But today, we still have blacks who are making impact in country music. Like we had the first black guy, DeFord Bailey. They opened the Grand Ole Opry in the US, though he couldn't stand the test of time because of racism. Then came Charlie Pride, the black country music superstar. He was playing country music. They didn't know he was black, but the voice was so strong until when he gained acceptance. Then his picture came in as a black man. So today we have a lot of black superstars. Like 2-3 years ago, some black ladies came up. They won the American Idol through country music. So I see country music coming back to its origin, Africa. Like in Kenya, we have a lot of guys playing country music. In Nigeria, there's a lot. Like from Kaduna, where I came from, 2 years ago, we had a concert. We have over 22 country musicians
Incredible.
who are looking for platforms. So we're
Wow.
just looking for a platform to promote country music in Nigeria.
So country music is African.
Really?
We should bring it
Back to its origins.
Africa, and then also use it to develop Africa.
That's right.
So I am also a small fan of country music.
Then I will make you a big fan of country music.
Okay, let's see how that goes. So I know of Jim Reeves,
That's
he
right.
stands out for me,
Okay.
and then Dolly Parton. Coat of many colors. That is my favorite country
that's
song.
beautiful.
Yes,
That's
yes.
beautiful.
So of all of these I've mentioned, I know there are so many.
That's right.
Which of them inspires you?
Okay, Don Williams. I grew up listening to Don Williams when I had my first television audition. My producer said, "You sound like Don, so stand by it. When you play country music, you will last." So I've listened to Don Williams a lot. He has an appeal. The way he presents love in such a mature way, with his baritone voice, a voice that is convincing yet not repulsive. One of my dreams was to meet with Don Williams, but unfortunately we couldn't meet until he passed away in the year 2017.
You could be the Don Williams,
Yes, all right.
Yes.
All right.
And then upcoming country music artists would want to meet you. I'm very, very certain of that because you're really good. You're really good.
Thank you very much.
Now, this leads us to our next question.
Okay.
I can see your guitar,
That's
and
right.
I've met a lot of guitar players, and they
Okay.
say that their guitar is like their first ride.
Okay.
So I want to ask, how do you balance music and your family, and then so it doesn't feel like this guitar is taking over your wife's place? How do you balance that?
Actually, the guitar harmonizes and unites my family. My wife is a lover of country music.
Awesome.
She's a fan of Don Williams. I think what tickled her to my fancy was me playing country music.
Oh,
Yes. So each and every time I
beautiful.
want to make her happy, I play country music, especially Don Williams. There's one particular song we normally sing together when we are courting. That's the song we normally sing. On our wedding day, I sang that song for her and she went gaga.
Like this is what compatibility means.
That's true.
And I think getting it right with your partner actually
That's-
makes everything easier
It's true.
because she understands you.
That's right.
So when you're playing and doing this thing, it won't feel strange.
No.
And
Even
she
my
wouldn't
children,
even say that.
as they are, they love country music.
Exactly.
They accompany me to the studio here right
Oh,
now.
that's
So
cool.
it's a
That's
family
so
thing.
beautiful.
So that's why I'm so
Oh,
inspired.
thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God, Thank God we came across you. So thank God we're meeting you. Thank God you came to the studio and you're saying a lot that there's so much in country music.
That's right.
And country music is music.
That's right.
Country music is music. I will say it over and over again. So, do you have any special, should I say, any special song, hit track you would want to give to us?
Okay, let me do a song from Don Williams, a song that my wife loves so much,
Alright,
and I
let's
dedicate it to all my wonderful friends.
Okay.
In the journey of life, the best ship you can board on is friendship, and all of you are my best friends.
All right,
So,
thank you so much. Let's listen.
You place gold on my finger. You brought love like I never know. You give life to our children and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled waves. You're my anchor in life's ocean, bed holds so full. You're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always strong. When I'm tired and weak, I could search the soul all over. You still be everything that I need. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from trouble waves. You're my anchor in life's ocean, but most of all, you're my best friend.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful,
Alright.
so comforting. Thank you so much, Lord
So,
Gibson. Okay, I'm going to make the most use of you while we have you here in the studio. So this is Value Chain TV.
that's all right.
Can you do a song for us, just dedicated to us?
Okay.
Anything? A
Okay.
freestyle?
All right. The beauty of life is to add value to life. You make people happy, you give joy to the heart. Value chain, you are the best, attest to the rest. Value chain, you are the best, attest to the rest. Value chain, you are the best, attest to the rest. Value chain, you are the best, attest to the rest.
Okay, that was so beautiful.
Yes, value chain.
It's the baritone for me. Thank you so
It's all
much,
right,
sir.
yeah.
Thank you so
It's all
much.
right, yeah.
So before we call it a wrap,
Yeah.
you spoke about the song you wrote
That's right.
that your kids are even listening to currently. Can you get let's know that song?
All right. It's a song I wrote in the year 2002, recorded it in 2003, and it's still trending. From the message, it's a song that has taught us lessons in the past, and we're still learning from it today. It's titled Prodigal Son, Come Back Home. Prodigal son, come back home. Your father is waiting, come back home. Prodigal son, come back home. Your family is waiting, come back home. And no matter how far you have gone, don't be ashamed, come back home, come back home. Prodigal son, come back home. Your father is waiting, come back home. Prodigal son, come back home. Your family is waiting, come back home. No matter how far you have gone, don't be ashamed, come back home, come back home. There was a certain man who had two sons. The younger one came to his father and said, "Daddy, I'm tired of life here in the countryside. I want to go downtown where life is at its best. Please give me my own portion of the family heritage." Aggressively collected his own portion, and off he went into the town. Prodigal son, come back home. Your father is waiting, come back home. Prodigal son, won't you come home? Your family is waiting, come back home. No matter how far you have gone, don't be ashamed, come back home. Come back home.
If I was a prodigal son, after listening to this, I am definitely coming back home. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lord
Thank
Gibson.
you very much.
And it was a very, very wonderful time having you here in the studio. It was awesome. Thank you so much
You're also wonderful.
for agreeing to be here with us. Thank you so much.
Right.
And so, viewers, we're going to wrap it up here. I know you don't want to go away, just as I don't want to go away, but we just have to go. And we hope we're going to bring you more interesting and more exciting stories on the entertainment segments. Thanks for staying.